been thinking. Yes, I've been thinking.
Frustration. Frustration. How do you handle it? So many Christians are frustrated. So many Christians in our churches, frustrated, discouraged. Let's look at the definition. You know, we always try to do that first. Frustration, the feeling of being upset or annoyed, especially because of inability to change or achieve something. Give you another perspective. An emotional response to obstacles. And an emotional response to obstacles that block or delay what we desire. What block or delays our expectations. But what a lot of people don't understand is that pride can be very subtle. It can almost hide itself to where it doesn't really cross your mind. But pride can fuel frustration. Because so often we expect more than we're worthy of. Pride will have us thinking we are deserving of the best when our effort and our methods do not coincide with that. And yet, despite what we do or not do, we want the best results, and when we don't get it, now we're frustrated. We're just so out of whack now because we didn't get what we want. But the truth of the matter is, have your efforts coincided with your expectations? Has your prayer life coincided with your expectations? Has your obedience to God coincided with your expectations? Or does pride have you so puffed up that no matter what you do or what you bring to the table or what effort you give, you believe you deserve the best results? Well, that's a recipe for frustration. That's a recipe to be disappointed. And then that disappointment segues into frustration, and that frustration segues into anger. And now we're not satisfied with anything that's going on in our lives. How much responsibility should we take to our frustrations? Because sometimes we have unrealistic expectations that lead to frustrations. And we often then, of course, blame God because we're not going to take the accountability and place ourselves as the blame. So it's something up with God. And you know, God is punishing me. God is disciplining me. God is showing me something. There's a lesson. Maybe it's just the inability to keep things in context. Why should you have money at retirement that you never saved? Frustrated, but at who? Are you mad at God? Or is it because you had unrealistic expectations? So pride has a very subtle way of fueling our frustrations by having us see ourselves as deserving of the best of everything, though your circumstances don't reflect it. So sometimes we simply have to look at ourselves very realistically and honestly say to ourselves, I don't deserve to be where I've expected to be because I didn't put in the effort or I didn't do it the right way. It's frustrating, but it happens. And it's something we need to think about.